Hey guys, here we are with the ESM JU-87D Stuka. It's offered by VQ Warbirds. I'm getting ready to install a full cockpit on this. I've gone ahead, as you can see here, and pulled a canopy. Now, I don't have my vacuum former's not big enough to pull a complete one piece, so I actually pulled a two-piece canopy that joins where it does on the other canopy. This one's a little bit thicker. It should be, if you need to make an open canopy, it should be a little bit thicker than the one that comes with the plane. But anyway, I'm getting ready to take this off and open the cockpit area up. We're going to try to save some of the formers, but I'm going to try to do a full cockpit. It'll be the full depth of the real cockpit would actually come all the way down to the wing saddle. We're going to have to come up just a tad higher than that, but we're going to try to make a good looking cockpit here. So I'm going to get this thing all set up, show you where I'm going to cut everything, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here we are back. I've got everything marked off. I used my 1/8 inch wide 3M tape, and I've marked it off. We're going to come in 1/8 inch from every corner. Now, your canopy comes along this line, so we're going to have to come up and go 1/8 inch on the inside of this. Right in here, it's right along here, there's a former inside. We're going to try to leave that former. We're going to try to work with it and see how much of it we can leave and still install a complete cockpit. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to remove this, open it up, see what we got, and we'll move along from there. Okay, here we are. I've got it all cleaned out. I've taken every piece, and I've left the former so you can see where they are. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and let's see here, remove just the top part of this former and leave everything that's inside, that's within the sides of this. Leave that alone. So all we're going to do is take out just this top piece. In the center here, I'm going to go ahead and just take out just this top piece. I'll take it out and then show it to you. And then on the front, so we can get our dash in, we're going to go ahead and take out, I'm going to take out this whole piece here. Now, anything left inside, I'm going to have to take it out because our dash will go down the sides and follow the contour like it's supposed to. We're going to end up taking out most of this former here. The big thing about this, I see that in this plane they put the rudder servo in the tail, and what I'm going to attempt to do is move the rudder and the elevator servo to this location here. This way you'll move the weight of that servo in the rear up here, and the weight of the servo for the elevator from here back to here, it should even out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this removed, and then I'll come back and we'll go from there. Okay guys, here we are, and I've removed the formers that I was planning on for this. What I want to show you here is on the back former, I removed across the top and down both sides, and I cleaned this out so the sides would clear the sides of the rear cockpit. I also had to take the bottom of the top of this the cross member here and clean it down just to the point where it's just above the push rods themselves. All right. Then on the front, I have removed the firewall. I mean the former right here at the dash. I've also removed the servo tray. I left a 3/8 inch piece on both sides all the way around, and I removed the hope you can see it here, I removed the tray up to the front of the first circle. Alright, you will have to take your fuel tank where it used to be mounted right in here. You'll have to cut this out and move the fuel tank on up into the front of the fuselage where most fuel tanks go anyway in your other airplanes. The thing I wanted to show you from here is you have an option back here at the second former. Now I've put this in here just temporarily, just to see what I'm talking about. When you have all this cut out, you can clean this off where there's nothing but an 1/8 inch wide former there. You can leave that if you want. The only problem is the armored headrest in, you would end up leaving out this radio box here. You may have to leave out the second one. I'm not sure as how that would fit in there. So if you want to leave that, you can. I have fixed it on mine by prior to cutting this part here, I installed a 3/4 inch tall 1/4 inch light ply piece across here, and that keeps my strength side to side. But anyway, before I cut that out, this piece up here out, I wanted to show you how I figured out the height of this 1/4 inch plywood. What I did was I took my fuselage or my cockpit, and I went ahead and folded it, and this one's already painted, but I folded it, and we're going to install it in place. Okay, this comes up and it fits over the edges here. And what it was, I had to remove this because you need clearance. But anyway, once this is installed in there, just temporarily, we come in here and I added this 3/4 inch tall 1/4 inch light ply to where it touches the base of the front cockpit. And what this does, it secures the sides so it doesn't have any play. It keeps these two formers, keeps this former at the right distance apart. You can see where I have cleaned this former off all the way down until it matches the width of the sides of this front cockpit. But anyway, another thing I want to show you is since we removed the servo tray, we have to find a place to put the servo. I have incorporated it into the rear cockpit. Is you take this servo and it would be mounted right here on this 1/4 inch piece. You just have to put you some hard points to screw it in, and you can still run your pull back through the push rod housing supplied. What I've done is on the rear cockpit, I've incorporated a piece here. What you'll do is just cut this out and allow the servo, the bottom of the servo, to stick up through, and it'll look like one of the radio. I wanted to show you what I had before we go and install the cockpit. One other thing, quick thing, is I marked this off 1/8 inch all the way around. I would go ahead and make it 3/16 inch wide and leave that to start with, because what we're going to do to build up our strength in here, because I really don't think we lost much, but I'm going to put like I did on like the Hurricane, I'm going to come in here and put some 1/16 inch balsa strips, and then I'll put one 1/16 and then come back and put another 1/16 to build up some side load strength here, and I'll do that front and back before we glue the cockpit pieces in themselves. So I wanted to show you what I had cut out, how I went about cutting it out. I'll get my stuff together and we'll go ahead and do the cockpit installation. Okay, here we are just getting ready to install the cockpit.